An Oyo State High Court sitting in Ibadan has affirmed the validity of the November 15, 2025 National Convention of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, which produced Kabiru Tanimu Turaki as the party's substantive national chairman. Delivering judgment, Justice Ladiran Akintola upheld all 13 reliefs sought by the claimant, ruling that the convention complied with the 1999 Constitution, the Electoral Act 2022 as amended, and other relevant electoral laws. The court also dismissed applications seeking a stay of proceedings and directed the Independent National Electoral Commission to recognize and give effect to the convention's outcome, including the Turaki-led National Working Committee. Now, this ruling comes amid a prolonged leadership crisis within the PDP following an earlier federal high court judgment in January 2026 that nullified the same convention.
The conflicting decisions have deepened divisions within the party, with a rival bloc reportedly aligned with Nyesom Wike dismissing the latest judgment. Multiple appeals on the matter are currently before the Court of Appeal in Abuja, which has reserved judgment, leaving the PDP's leadership dispute unresolved. Now, joining us this morning to discuss this is a PDP member, Andrew Enata Pimen. Good morning, Andrew, and thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Good morning. Andrew Enatome.
Enatomen. Thank you very much, Mr. Enatomen. With one court approving the Ibadan Convention and another earlier court rejecting it, which decision should the party practically follow right now? Because they've been saying they're going to appeal this decision. And how's the other camp taken this recent development?
Of course, it's the Federal High Court that the party is going to toe the line of the Federal High Court. The Federal High Court, of course, supersedes the State High Court. You cannot, we're a party governed by law, not emotion, not sentiment. You cannot be shopping for judgment from one state court to the other, because of course everybody knows that most state high courts are, controlled by the state government. Most time, in most cases, not really. I wouldn't say judiciary independence is being affected under state high court, but in this part of the world, any state high court most time is always under the authority of the state government. They had influence over state high court. That's the reason why federal high court stand. People tend to think towards the federal high court. If not, there's already a substantive judgment of a federal high court, then you went ahead and shot for a judgment at the state high court being controlled by the state government that is already having controversial issue regarding the convention. When there is even an appeal court judgment waiting to be delivered, you have to understand the tricks behind this thing. So it's quite unfortunate that from this other side of the divide, we the members of the People's Democratic Party that have laid our life on the line, that have paid our dues with due diligence, we've made so many sacrifices to ensure that the party is where it is today. It's so sad and it brokens our heart that we see most of these elders trading with this party this way, the way they feel like. One man cannot sit down in the corner of his house because he's a governor that has a few days to leave the corridor of power, and you are toiling with a party that you came to ride on the glory. Makinde have always been in other political parties, from SDP to this. Then we brought him to PDP to come and contest. Of course, he now become the governor. Now, you being a governor shouldn't just give you the authority to want to destroy the party that give you a leverage to build on. There's already a federal high court that have delivered a judgment where the INEC have recognized the National Caretaker Working Committee. Of course, if there was never a National Caretaker Working Committee, by now PDP will have gone into extinction. The name of PDP will go into extinction because it will not be recognized by any law. This is a party that is built on principle, that is built on law, that is built on morals and values. You wouldn't say because you are emotional, because you are sentimental, you want the court, the INEC or the institution to just accept you. People's Democratic Party is an institution. It's not a one-man business. It's not a one-man show. That you will sit at the corner of your house, you can shop from one court judgment to the other. Then you think after that you want to come and manipulate your way through emotions and let the people accept you. It doesn't work that way. And it saddens our heart that even people that should know better, the lawyers, the sons that should know better are the one, constituting this news and stuff and that. It's really painful. It's really sad.
Okay.
But all right. I know you're going to get over it.
You just expressed sadness over the lawyers and the judges who are engaged in this, and you also referred to the Oyo State governor as one who's controversial. But are you
absolutely
also...
most of this crisis? And now the guy
fine.
he's moving to ADC right now.
Okay.
He's on his way to ADC after creating crisis in PDP.
Okay, hold on. I'm coming. I've not landed with my question. Sorry to. I just need to. But don't you think the FCT Minister too is controversial? I mean, because if you call the Oyo State Governor controversial, you've listed the things he's done. Right in front of me here, we have responses, actions, statements from even your party members who have fingered the FCT Minister to equally be controversial. How, you may ask? Well, he is in the PDP. He is supporting the APC. He is in the PDP. He's making very strong remarks about making sure that the APC wins. Don't you think that's anti-party? And don't you think that's playing politics in a different way, which will also affect the PDP? Because you're not talking about that. So can you shed more light on that as well?
People, the few of us that came from the school, from an activity school of thought, being a unionist, we speak truth to power. We're trained to speak truth to power, irrespective of who else is involved. And when the things are going wrong, we tell them the way it is. We don't cut corners, we don't cut shots, we don't take sentiment. We hold the boss and we speak it. Now, this is the thing you have to understand. People's Democratic Party is a structure that belongs to the people, not to one man. In build-up to some of this crisis, one man woke up one day because he has a presidential ambition, decided to fight, I need to pull down certain people. Now, I begin to tell people that cares to understand that if I am in a political cycle, I cannot wait for you to pull me down. I want to fold hand and allow you to pull me down. Do you know what they try to do to Makinde, to Wike, and to Anyanwu and to other people? They amputate their hands, they amputate their legs, and they tell them to start running. That's without providing wheelchair or crutches. That's exactly what they try to do. You cannot sit down. You want to destroy a man that has a political future, that has built his political structure over the years, over the decades. Because of a personal ambition, you want to destroy the man. You want the man to fall down and watch you. It doesn't go that way. Prior to this era, we can have made them to understand. Let's share this structure the way it has always been. Of course, I am a leader in South-South. Ayahu is a leader in South-East. Makinde, you are a leader in South-West. Damago, you are a leader in North-West. Baloma, you are a leader in North-East. Just like that. Every key player in this political equation, let's share this structure the way it should be. Do you know we would have been in this quagmire we are now if these guys were not greedy? They are busy pointing fingers at Wike. If Wike does what is wrong, look at most of my interviews over the years, decades. I've always accused leaders that were wrong. If Wike was wrong in this situation, I will have accused him directly. Do you realize before Wike pick up this so-called appointment that they're accusing him, today Wike is one of the best ministers this country has ever produced.
So in your words, permit me to butt in again so that Nigerians can understand this. On the other hand, again, a governor is controversial, but the FCT minister is not controversial. Despite all the things that we have seen in action, he is still not controversial. Is that what you are saying? And do you think you're being biased or you're not being biased by this statement?
I don't understand the way you define your own controversy. My own way of defining controversy is when you are trying to do what is wrong, you are being controversial. But in this situation, prior to this crisis, you have to trace it back to where the crisis is coming from. I have been in this party since year 2000. I think I have paid my dues. I have traveled around the whole party structure in the whole 36 states on 3 different occasions. So you could understand the sacrifices that most of us have made. We understand the party at the back of our palm because we practice party politics. Now, you have to understand the beginning of this crisis. One man sat down somewhere and decided to pick the whole structure of the whole political party alone. Prior to this era, the minister had told them, I'm not stopping you from becoming a presidential candidate, but don't destroy me because you want to become a presidential candidate. Let's get to that era. When we get to that bridge, we're going to cross it. But you insist that no, you're going to single-handedly pick up the whole structure because some things were not favorable to your own side. Now, we need to show power and show strength. Okay. Minister said, no, I cannot. And watch you destroy me and destroy what I've built over the years.
A final question, just to gain perspective. You are giving your explanation of what controversy is, and obviously you believe that the FCT minister, has acted in line with in favor of the party. Many have criticized him for openly supporting the All Progressives Congress, and throwing his weight.
Let me correct this notion. Okay, before please. The minister picked up, the appointment the minister picked up was the appointment of of a unity government, because before he picked up this appointment, the party gave him approval. Because in as much as they are appointing for the interest of this country, because if you love this country, you wouldn't even care about the political party that is in power. What you will do is to ensure that you are being constructive, you apply constructive criticism and support the government, give them ideas. Because you cannot sit outside the government and begin to criticize them. How will the government work better? The minister needs to come and show the government what we call capacity, and that's what he has done. If the minister was outside criticizing this government, he will not be able to prove a point that he has proven today by providing what good governance and democratic dividends is all about. Today, Minister of FCT is the best minister in this country because he's at the hands of affairs, making decisions with them, helping them to put infrastructure in place the way it should be.
At the detriment of his own party?
You won't be able to feel what we're enjoying today in that city. You cannot enjoy it if the minister was outside criticizing the government.
You've said that we shouldn't do party politics at the end of the day. I'm hoping that if an APC person re-emerges again in all capacities, you'll be fully in support. You don't mind because, we shouldn't do party politics, seeing as you don't see what the issue is with the FCT minister throwing his weight behind the APC. Thank you so much for joining us, Andrew. It's a pleasure to have you. We look forward to having you again.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right.